welcome to my YouTube channel, What Mandy Made Next. So this is a vlog all about my crafting projects that involve fibres and threads. Today is Tuesday the 19th of April 2022 and I'm coming to you from the northwest of England. So on Miniature Monday I like to complete a miniature project, and this Monday I completed my table runner. So this was a workshop I attended at Liberty Bell, which is situated in Cheshire, and she has a website, Liberty Bell, so it's an online shop. On that website they sell kits, fabrics, all your wool flannels as well, threads and other bits and bobs. But this was from a workshop, this was. So this is the bunny runner, and it's got these like, are they called pennies? Penny mats. As you can see, I've embroidered the carrot tops as well. And then little window box. And it's got these teeny beads for flowers. So yeah, I've noticed my blanket stitch. The stitching is getting neater now. It was atrocious last year when I started hand stitching, but it is improving. So the back is this lovely dark brown flannel. So yeah, it's all this like wool flannel and wool felt. So I'm really pleased with that, and I just finished it in time for Easter. So I'll just pop that down there. So next Monday I'll be working on my Tilly table runner. So this is a pattern that was released by Molly and Mama as part of their subscription to the Pretty and Stitches Club. So I'll pop a link into their website and you can go and have a look on there. And if you want, you can also join the Pretty and Stitches Club, and there is also a group on Facebook. Tuesday I call My Thimble Tuesday, and this is when I work on either cross stitch or embroidery project. So at the moment I'm working on this. This is called A Year in the Life Of. It's on 16 count Ada. This was a kit from Love Crafts. It's by the Historical Sampler Company. So you get everything with your kit, and so I think last time I spoke to you I was just starting the March window. Well, now that is complete, and I've just got to work on this little bit, which will be like that with the butterflies, and then I'll start the April window. So not too far behind with that little project. And I've also started my spring one from the Season Blessings 2 by Leela's Studios. So this will be the spring one. You probably remember I did the summer cross stitch and I made that into a pillow. So I'm going to do the same with the spring one, and this is in the hoop still, but you can just see the start of that. It doesn't look a lot, but believe you me, that's a night to work for me. I'm not a very fast stitcher. So this is on a 32 count Belfast linen, and I'm using some call for threads, but the rest is out of my stash. So, well, all of it's from my stash, but I've looked to see what are the call for threads. Got those out of my stash, and those I haven't got I've supplemented. But there we go. I quite enjoyed stitching that. So Wednesday is my wool Wednesday, and I have a finish. Oh yes. So if you remember, I was stitching this cardigan for my youngest granddaughter, and this is a company called Gerard. It was a pattern I picked up from a charity shop in the UK. I think it cost me 50p, and I've never heard of this company, Gerard, but anyway, this is the finished cardigan. So I absolutely love it. So if you remember, I made my granddaughter, my middle one, a jumper called the Eglantine jumper in this Hayfield bonus double knitting wool in the primrose colourway, and I had some left, and this is what I've made with the leftover. So not bad. Little cardie for her little sister. So yeah, there was no instruction about embroidering these flowers, so I've just sort of made it up. I mean, they're not matching, but anyway, I think it'll suffice. So for the leaves, I've done a daisy, is it a daisy stitch, where you have a loop, you go down and then you come up the other end of the loop and just secure it with a little stitch. And then I made the roses, I use French knots for them. So I do really like this. I think it's quite vintage, although they're not exactly matching, you know, the motifs. I still think it's really pretty. I have got to sew the other button on. It's in my sewing box, so I'll do that tonight. And yeah, I love this little picot edge. It's picot edging, and then the yoke is in, we call it moss stitch, and I think in the United States it's called seed stitch. So some people call it seed, I call it moss. But basically it's knit one, purl one, but when you do the next row of knitting, instead of rib, you purl the knits and knit the purls, if you know what I mean, to get that pattern. But yeah, there we go. It's quite vintagey looking, I think, so you're really pleased with that. So my next knitting project I also work on a Wednesday is my Jones cardigan. So this is for my grandson, and it's from the ebook The Great North Star, I think the ebook was called, by Tin Can Knits. So this is where I've got up to. So last time I spoke to you, where that stitch marker is, that's what I've knit up to, and now I'm this far, so not too bad. I think I've got another 3 inches to knit, and then I'll be splitting off for the sleeves, because this is knit all in one, bottom up. I did make a mistake and have to rip back. I think I explained that on my last vlog, so it slowed down the progress a little bit. But yeah, I'm taking extra care now and writing down all my rows what I complete. So now the cardigan is completed, I decided I'd like to do some mindless knitting, and I've decided to make a pair of socks using this West Yorkshire Spinners wool. 75% is wool, 25% nylon, good old sock wool. It's going to be living in this little project bag. I made this quite a while ago now. I thought it'd be apt for spring with little bunnies on. And this is the pattern I've decided to use. I usually use a vanilla sock, but if you remember in my plans vlog for 2022, I'll pop a card up to a link to that vlog if you haven't seen it. But I did want to be a little bit more adventurous with my sock knitting, because at the moment I must admit, I play it safe. I knit toe up the vanilla sock on a magic loop, and I use a fleagle heel. I do the fleagle heel. So I wanted to try something a little different, and I've had this pattern a long time. It was a free pattern with the wool I bought a long time ago now. So I thought, right, I'm going to knit these, because these are knit top down and I've never done top down, and they've also got this heel here. I think it's called like a ribbed heel. Got to learn all this, these different heels and things, but I thought start with this first. So there we go. So I don't think I'll knit them as long as what those are, but yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Thursday I work on my Mickey's Coffee, which is a pattern I purchased from an Etsy shop called Zana Cross-stich. I found out about this cross-stitch pattern through Denise. Her YouTube channel is Black Ribbon Studio, and the other YouTuber is Sarah Memphisy, is also, you know, has obviously also got her own YouTube channel. So they are doing a stitch along for this, and I joined, and last time I spoke to you I got this far, and now this is where I am. So yeah, I am more than, I would say, 60% through this now. At least 50 anyway. But if you're wondering, this is Mickey's nose, and I've just started his hand here. So yeah, I just love this. I love the vintage vibe, everything about it, and I can't stop stitching every day. Stitch on this as well, not just Thursdays. In the morning I stitch on that. That's my morning stitch as well. So at the weekend I've also been busy framing some cross stitch. So if you remember, I stitched this for my youngest daughter Lucy, who had moved house. Well, she moved house last year, but purchased a kit to commemorate this from Love Crafts. The kit is by the Historical Sampler Company, and it's called Home is Where the Heart Is. So I decided to use the old lacing method. I looked at a couple of channels on YouTube and had a go myself. I bought this frame from a shop in the UK called Dunhelm, and it's a 12x12 picture frame. So yeah, I'm sorry about the glass, it's not non-reflective, but I'm so proud. This is the first time I've used the lacing method. So yeah, I think it's pretty bob on there. It took me ages. It took me all Saturday night to just do the stitching at the back, the lacing. But yeah, I'm so glad I did this. It's so much neater than using sticky mount board. And on the back I used some paper from my, because you know I card make, so from my stash I had this Tanya Whelan paper pad, so I used this one because I thought the colours were conducive to the cross stitch, the threads and the cross stitch. So that's what I've used to make sure the back was neat. And I've popped a little envelope, made that, and I've just popped a tag in with some information, and also who stitched it and my relationship to my daughter. So in years and years and years to come, people will know, my great-great-grandchildren will know who stitched this, you see, and who for. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this, how it's turned out. So yeah, there we are. So I think that's all I've got to show you this time. So yeah, it's been a little bit dark now, so I think that's my cue now to go. So YouTube channels, I watch YouTube a lot, and a new channel I've come across recently is one called Sally's Backyard. So I'll pop a link into her YouTube channel and go and have a watch, because I've been jamming on it. I love it. So she's also on Instagram, and recently I followed her and she follows me back. So that's really good. So yeah, go and have a watch, because she does some lovely crafts. So yeah, that's all I can think about talking about. Until next time, happy crafting, and yeah, see you soon. Bye.